You have tuned into this another profit and growth segment where we're always looking to give you something for your head, something for your heart, and something for your hands to do. We're excited about being back here in the studio. Typically, we're in the field capturing all the wonderful things that happen within our world. We travel the world over. We cover events, we interview people, stars all over, and bring them back to you. But today, we have a star amongst us in the studio. And he's a creative. I don't know what side of the brain that is. Is that the right side or the left side?
Well,
that where you're creative? I think it's the left side.
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I think it's left side because when you lie, you look left. So you're trying to tap into the creative juices of the lie. So
we went there. Okay.
So
got
he's
me
the
to look at you when you talk.
Yeah, I'm serious. That's like when they do interrogations and stuff. The officers are looking at you.
Right.
If you look straight or to the right, you're good. If you look left, they know you're lying.
So I'm gonna talk like this all the time.
No, your eye, not your head. The cross-eyed.
What if you
cross-eyed? If you cockeyed, you good. You good if you cockeyed. Because they don't know if you coming or going. Exactly. Then they got to base it on the evidence.
Oh, okay. They should base it on evidence.
They don't base it on the evidence. No.
Right.
They base it on stereotypes.
Yeah.
You black, you guilty. That's all it is.
Okay.
You know, don't matter. Nothing else matters.
For those of you with passports, I'll meet you in Canada.
Pretty much. That's what I'm saying. We have Bobby Kerns in the studio.
Bobby.
Hi.
Yes.
All right, it's my world. Hi, I'm Bobby Kerns Jr.
Bobby!
Oh, wow.
Bobby!
I wasn't going to do it.
Isn't that what Whitney did? When Bobby was on trial and stuff, and she walked into the courtroom, and she was like, Bobby!
You really...
He the king! The king of R&B! Bobby! That's what she did.
No, I did not watch that.
She was high at the time, but that's what she did.
Bobby, is that
Explains a
true?
lot. Explains a lot.
Pretty much. It's just like, why would you do that outburst?
I don't remember
But,
that.
yeah,
I actually
Whitney does that.
thought you were mixing Adrian from Rocky and saying Bobby instead. Because he was like, Adrian! So I thought you were just... But
Bobby!
I thought you were using that and just...
Bobby! It's two different things.
No, but I
should
thought
know
you were
this.
just... Yeah, no, I don't know the Whitney Houston story.
See what I done walked into.
Okay.
So, yes, Bobby,
okay.
see what you walked into.
Okay.
I don't even know.
That is your homework assignment.
That's not going to...
Yeah, look
I'm going
up
to get an
the
F.
Whitney
I don't
Houston
wanna
story.
Well, not enough.
watch.
At least try.
No.
You can YouTube some clips.
Whitney was
Can I
beautiful.
listen? I like
And
her
wonderful.
music, but I have no interest in seeing the
what?
documentary of her demise. I like to remember the Whitney that I knew. Like I don't want to know.
demise.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
But everybody has issues and problems, especially if you're in the entertainment world. You're
Absolutely.
Bobby.
Ooh,
Bobby.
that was a hard transition.
No, I'm just
Everybody has
saying.
problems, especially this man right here. Like, ooh,
That's why we got him here.
this was a setup.
WDRB fixed
know,
my life.
exactly.
I'm feeling attacked.
Bobby. Is crack whack? No.
Ooh, we going there. We're going there.
People in the entertainment world
Yeah, have problems.
sometimes have issues.
You're right. I mean, look
You know.
at you can look at anybody, but look at like Robin Williams. That dude was like everybody thought was one of the happiest comedians in the world, and it was like,
Exactly.
and now he's gone. It's like, oh,
And
he
I
has-
didn't
just
want to know
killed himself.
For me, if someone rest in peace,
right.
I want them to rest in whatever peace. I want to remember them like
Right.
they were.
Right,
So I
exactly.
am not looking for it because Whitney Houston, her music outlived the drama
Yeah.
of her life. She
Most
wasn't
definitely.
known for the drama.
Right.
She was known for the music. And I choose to remember that part of Whitney.
Yeah.
Robin Williams, Nanu Nanu. He will always be Mort calling
Mork and
Orson,
Mindy.
come in,
That's right.
Orson. I choose to just remember that part of him, but that's me. I get enough bad news from people of today, right
Amen.
here, right now.
Amen.
Like I don't have to search for the problems that are alive
You-
and kicking
Right.
and screaming
Yes, they're
and
kicking and
pillaging
screaming,
and
yeah.
everything else. So for me, when it comes to a former or a deceased artist, I don't look at the, I don't even like watching, what's that, the unsung. You know, where they have...
Where are they now?
I like,
And-
now, I'll take an unsung version. It's unfortunate because I'm thinking, oh yeah, that's gonna be cool. Figure out what happened. And then they got people up there talking about, and they was a crackhead. Like they're not even alive to defend themselves.
Exactly.
Like it was ADD. It wasn't crack. But I don't know. So I just.
But there's the video with them taking crack. So
how did they get that?
Because they were there with them.
But understand this. But this is my thing. Why didn't you do all of that when they were alive? Why didn't you call them? No. Why didn't you call them out? Why didn't you do the documentary then? Why didn't you say right now? This is what like. Why wait until they're gone to put all their
trying to ruin that image
on this?
No. There's two versions. There's the here and now version because I just saw an unsung with I don't know, some dude.
It was on them Temptations or something like that.
Right, one of them dudes. He was with Blackstreet and...
Dave Hollister.
Dave Hollister. He had whatever and then got in womanizing and he had women come. But this was the words coming out of his mouth. Right. This wasn't people saying, this is what Dave Hollister did. Yeah. Dave Hollister said, I cheated on my honeymoon night. I got married, and that night I cheated. I was with another woman. I was not with my wife.
That's all right.
Dave Hollister said that out of his mouth.
That's all right.
And I'm
so
good
when
with
you do that, I sort of believe you.
But my thing is, I am good with them that are alive, that are I'm talking about the dead. I don't mind. I watched the Dave Hollister story, and he got into gospel stuff. When it's coming from that person, I take it as a testimony. I take it as them being transparent. I'll talk about me, and when I'm dead and gone, it won't be no more stories to tell because I always tell. I always tell what I did and where I went and who I was with and who did what to who for how many cookies. I don't mind all of that.
That's why she liked Whitney Houston back in the day because she was with the bodyguard dude, and he was a white dude, and she liked white people. So she
little backstory.
Exactly. So that's why she liked to remember her back then.
I just want to remember.
Not now.
The Whitney that I keep most dearest in memory is two Whitneys. The Star Spangled Banner.
Okay, yeah.
When she sung the national anthem.
Yes.
That's my first. When someone talks about Whitney, that's the first thing.
Gotcha.
Her jogging suit, her headband, her tight curls with sponge roller. Yes.
Okay.
I go there. The second place that I go is Queen of the Night in Bodyguard.
Okay.
Where she said, I'm the Queen of the Night.
Okay.
I go there. And the third place is Your Love Is My Love.
Okay.
When she did that, your love is my love and my love is yours.
Is that a movie or just a track?
No, it's a song. Yeah. It's a song. And I go there
but
because...
I remember that movie where she was, it was a Christmas play and
I don't remember it.
She
wasn't it the preacher's wife?
I think it was the preacher's wife. The preacher's wife. Yeah. And they had the little baby, and the baby peed on the girl.
Oh,
baby Jesus.
Okay.
And baby Jesus peed, and the girl got up and left. So Whitney had to come in and hold the pee baby in order to finish the play. The preacher's wife.
Okay, I
remember her, but the preacher's wife. Those are
that's the one you.
So I go there, but my whole thing is, I don't care what other people do. I respect the dead, and I hold on to what was good and memorable of them when it comes to professional artists and those that, if Whitney was just any old, how many other crackheads have died and nobody cared? And they
almost all of them.
Right. And then nobody made a documentary. Nobody made a documentary about them. Nobody's talking about them.
There's one dying right now.
But because they
don't know about it,
but because they were famous,
of course, we gotta make it bigger.
So I just stick to just the highlights of what was good. I don't know.
Yeah. But for me, I see the highlights that were good, and I congratulate and celebrate the good. But I also like to find out what happened, what went wrong. And how can that be prevented with other people in the future?
I get that.
Because if this is a normal trend and a normal path that people go down, okay, well, maybe there needs to be an intervention at this juncture in order to stop a person from going left so they can continue going right. Because if you don't know why, you can't fix it.
Gonna keep going
it's that same circle.
Definitely understand that.
You got a point.
But then you got all the people that are telling the story. They was right there with them. Don't tell their story. Tell I was there and I didn't stop it.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna do that.
But the surviving R. Kelly. That series,
yeah.
the bodyguards was like, I don't know why. Like, I should have said, I should have whatever.
They were getting a paycheck.
But they took ownership for the damage that was done. In the heat of the moment, everybody thinks about what's best for their own personal self, especially when they're doing wrong.
They had bills to pay.
When you're doing wrong, is
You
me,
think about
myself, and I, and that's it. Not thinking about, oh my God, like she's 15, and when she turns 23, she's going to suffer from this trauma.
Yeah.
He's thinking about right here, right now, this is what I get, this is what it do. And when you make sin and that sort of lifestyle a norm, you become desensitized to what emotional effects that can have on somebody.
Everything bad that happens when you rob a bank. A person know robbing a bank is bad.
Oh yeah, sure do.
But apparently there's enough motivation to get
anyway.
you up in the morning to go rob the bank. Rob the convenience store, hit the little old lady over the head, kill somebody, shank somebody, sell some drugs, human traffic somebody. There's bad that happens every day, but a person has to live with themselves.
Right.
So because they have to live with themselves, they justify in their mind some type of righteous, greater
I deserve
good
this.
That
I
you
earn
know
this.
exactly.
They didn't need it. The bank got insurance.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
They
That was my
foreclosed
line.
on my house because you didn't make the mortgage payment.
Right.
But now I'm gonna blow up the bank because it's their fault. Because I'm upset because they foreclosed because I ain't make the payment.
Right. Something don't add up.
It's like it's
Something
like
don't
okay, but but nobody wants to blame themselves.
Right. You're right.
But it's that higher motivation, that higher vision, that higher calling. I'm going to rob the convenience store because I got to feed my baby. So just like in business, just like in life, we all need to have that higher something that gets
That
us
moral
up
compass.
in the morning to do what we do.
That's true.
The problem is that sometimes the higher calling thing is a great thing, but how we go about getting there
Is the wrong way.
is the wrong way.
You right
sometimes.
about that.
Right.
You right about that.
So take that same energy, take that same passion, take that same, I'm doing it for my baby. Okay, well, that may mean scrub some toilets
You're right.
versus robbing a convenience store.
You right about
Both of them will take care of your baby. One's a little bit slower than the other, but do it the righteous way versus the quick way.
Make sure you're there for your baby when they grow up.
Exactly.
Now,
Right.
unless your motive is, okay, I'm going to rob or whatever, leave it for my baby, but then that's evidence, so they're going to take it from the baby. So that don't work either. So,
And
any way you slice it is wrong.
And
Don't do it.
Before you go that drastic, in the simplest thing of when we talk about how normalizing what's wrong, overeating has become normal for some people,
You're right.
but they don't. Overeating.
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 Overreading.
Overeating.
I'm like,
no,
not
it's
too many of us do
I was gonna
that
say it's
nowadays.
an under.
I was getting ready to speak
No.
that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Reading and writing? We don't do that. What are you talking about?
Overeating, procrastinating, just the simple things, and they seem harmless. Procrastination seems harmless to those around us, and it's justified that, well, I got to do this, and I got to get the kids ready for school, and I got to do this, and I got to this and that. But you're stuck in the same slump because you're not sacrificing.
Right.
It requires a sacrifice to get beyond things that we have normalized that are actually inappropriate. You have to sacrifice your third helping. It tastes great, but is it good for you? Why are you not satisfied with the first portion? Or if you're going to have, I deserve this.
Tomorrow,
right.
So I'm gonna work it off
I
eventually.
got a gym membership.
Ain't
Man,
been.
and it was a gift to you, so you didn't even go to get it. Right, but they, we're justifying these things and the feeling like it's not, because I've talked to people, it's like, I'm not hurting anybody, but you are. When I talk to people in the health and wellness industry, those that are, when I work with the morbidly obese community, I have them bring their entire family in because they can't do it by themselves. I need everybody that lives in a house with you, whether it's a roommate or a spouse or kids, bring them with you for your consultation. We are going to understand exactly what it is you're about to get into. If they're not on board, then If you want to eat little Debbie snacks, eat them at school and brush your teeth before you get home because he can't have one.
Right.
Like, don't bring that in the house. This is their struggle. This is their. I was talking to somebody about that 600-pound life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, smack the people around them. They was like, well, we give them what they want because if we don't, they're going to get angry. Let them chase you.
Right.
Let them get up and chase you.
You can't run faster than
Right.
Okay.
So doing that instead of normalizing or justifying, when you bring everybody on board to understand that because I won't make the sacrifice of eating right, or because I won't make the sacrifice of working on my business, or I'm going to procrastinate instead, this is what that means to you. Not just me, but it means that when I die from a heart attack and clogged arteries, you're going to have to make up the $75,000 a year that I bring in. You're going to have to figure somebody else to pick up Junior from football. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to manage the mortgage, the lights, the water, the gas, the cable, the Netflix. Oh, that's right. You use your mom account. Everything else.
Can I ask a favor?
Yeah.
Okay, you doing too much with your hands. You
know what? I get excited. I get excited when I like that right there.
Me. You know,
Dr. B.
Be responsible.
Dr. B. My recommendation.
For the natural response that's gonna come as a result.
And my recommendation is you sit back.
You know, I just.
So what we know not gonna happen. As we talk about normalizing inappropriate behavior, putting your hands on me ain't normal, and neither will be my response. So I'm gonna advise you to sit back.
I'm gonna just be the commentator. I'm gonna be watching this fight go down.
I'm just throwing the disclaimer out there. She getting awfully close with the little hands thing, and
how about you keep leaning into my hand?
You was
Exactly what I'm saying.
Bobby,
your personal space.
Bobby don't.
Your personal space.
I'm a neutral party. I'm a neutral party.
We'll talk about this offline.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Clearly.
When we come back from break, make sure she got some act right.
Wow,
then,
for
real?
We'll
be able to
continue
this conversation.
We're going to talk about your normalized behavior as well.
Family, we're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media.
The voice of the community.
That was the best. Oh, man. That's funny. Yeah, that was funny.
You get me talk about